so here we go. 20 minus 11 times 3 minus 8 equals
19.
good. Okay, next one. 5 minus 4 times 4 minus 4 equals
0.
Autumn. And one more. 4 plus 11 minus 6 times 4 equals
27. Wait, what was the last one?
Do you know it? Any of it? I'll repeat it one more time. 4 plus 11 minus 6 times 4 equals
36.
yes. All right, row 2. 10 minus 8 times 4 plus 9 equals
29. 17.
yes. Okay. 8 times 4 minus 3 plus 2 equals
28.
I'll say it again. 8 times 4 minus 3 plus 2 equals
31.
31. And one more. 18 minus 9 plus 1 times 3 equals
19. 30.
30. Good job. All right, row 1. Oh, Nicholas, that was your 10th one. You get a treat out of the treasure box. All right, ready, row 1? Dana, ready? Here we go. 15 minus 8. No, the treasure box. We're going to do the treasure box. There's stuff in there now. I know, Micah, but I didn't have the treasure box ready. Okay, it's ready now. Okay, sorry, back to, let's start over. 15 minus 8. Okay, let's, just wait a second. Nicholas, just freeze a second. Let's do this first. Okay, let's try it again. 15 minus 8 times 3 plus 1 equals
20. 16. 22.
yes, 22. Okay. Here we go. 14 minus 5 times 2 plus 4 equals
22.
22 again. Okay, last one. 8 plus 6 times 1 minus 3 equals
11.
yes, and that was your 10th one, Alex. Okay, so go ahead back, you and Nicholas, to get something out of there. All right, very good. We're getting quicker with those. Okay, Logan.
How many do I have?
All right, I'll let you know. I'll let you know later. Okay, I'm not going to go through everybody right now. All right, so today we're going to review a little bit what we were talking about on Friday, which some of you already knew before I even started teaching it. We were talking about the properties of addition. So who can tell me one of the properties we talked about? Lucas? Right, the commutative property. And what does that mean?
It means you can switch the digits with the equation.
Right. So remember, like in your community, if you all switch houses, it's still the same people. So if you have 4 plus 7 equals 11, you can switch your add-ins and you can say 7 plus 4 equals 11. Okay, so that's the commutative. What's the other one we learned? Does anyone remember? Associative. Very good. You guys really learn these at your other school. Okay, so associative. Can you kind of tell us what the associative means? Oh, okay. So think about numbers associating with each other. When we have a math problem and we have parentheses, so let's say I have 4 plus 3 plus 5. These, I'm going to associate these two together. Alright, so I've got 4 plus 3. We always do what's in the parentheses, what? First. Okay, so what's 4 plus 3? Eyes up here. 7, and what's 7 plus 5? 12. Now, if I'm going to have the same numbers, but this time I'm going to associate these two together. Now, so that means I'm going to add these first, because you always add what's in the parentheses first. So, what's 3 plus 5? 8. And what's 8 plus 4? 12. So, they should have the same answer. That's what the associative property of addition is. And they can also apply to multiplication. So, open your math book to page 30. We did not finish page 30. Well, I tell you what, just hold off on that. Turn to 31. We're going to go back. Now, round each number to the nearest 10 to estimate. So, we're going to be adding 2 and 3 digit numbers. What I can tell you is one of the easiest ways to add is to find groups of 10 when you're adding. That's probably the easiest way to add. Now, in this case, they want us to also round so that we can, please have a seat, Mason. Not time to sharpen pencils right now. So that we can see if our real answer is about right. Okay, so for number 1, if we have 36 plus 54, Mason, please sit down. Okay. All right. We're going to look for this answer, but first, let's round our numbers. So what's 36? Are we going to round that up to 40 or down to 30? Up to 40. So in your book, there's a box next to number 1. You're going to write 40. And then are we going to add, we're going to round 54. Does that round down to 50 or up to 60? Down to 50 because 4 stays on the floor. So what's 40 plus 50? 90. So hopefully our answer here should be about what our average answer is. It won't be exact, but it'll be around it. So let's add our ones place first. What is 6 plus 4? 10. Now, can I write a 10 down here?
No, you have to write a 0.
No.
Rename the 1 to the top of the
Okay. The reason is because a 10 has a ones place and a tens place. But if I'm only adding one place at a time. So I can only put the answer of the ones place in the ones place. So 6 plus 4 is 10. Which digit in the 10 is in the ones place?
0.
The 0. So I can only put the 0 here. So what do I do with the 1?
You rename on top of the 3.
Right, because it's in the tens place. So I'm going to put that over here on the tens place. So now I have 3 numbers to add. 1 plus 3 plus 5 is, what's 1 plus 3 is 4, and 4 plus 5 is 9. So in this case, our answers were the same. Doesn't always work out that way. So that's number 1. Number 2, we have 68 plus 19. So we're going to round it first. So 68, where does that round? Up or down? Up to 70. And 19 rounds what? Up to 20. So what is 70 plus 20? 90. Right, now we're going to come over to our addition. We're going to add our ones place first. What's 8 plus 9? 17. Now I can't write 17. I can only take the digit that's in the ones place, so that's the 7. Now the 1 was in the tens place, so I'm going to carry that over to my tens place. So 1 plus 6 plus 1 is 8. So they're about the same. Now if I had 239, that's not even close to 90. So that means I did something wrong. Okay, number 3, we've got 47 plus 42. Right? And what am I going to round 47 to?
Down.
Tell me what I'm going to round it to. Look at your 7.
40. Up to 50.
Rounds up to 50. And what about 42?
Down to 40.
Down to 40. So what's 50 plus 40? 90. Another 90. Let's add our ones place. 7 plus 2 is 9. Nothing to carry because one digit is in the ones place. And then 4 plus 4 is 8. So 89 is close to 90.
That's actually pretty close.
Now, same thing for numbers 4 through 6, but now we have a hundreds place. Can I erase this? Everyone have this? Okay. So if we have 413 plus 386. Oops. Okay, so we're going to round to the largest value. So our 4 is in our hundreds place. Are we going to round up to 500 or down to 400? 400. And then what about 386? Round up to 400. So what's 400 plus 400? 800. Okay, now let's add the actual digits. So we have 3 plus 6 is 9. 1 plus 8 is 9. 4 plus 3 is 7. Is 799 close to 800? Yes. 525 plus 392. Okay. What girls, tell me what I'm rounding 525 to.
500.
500. I'm looking at my 5, and then I look at the 2 to tell me whether to round up or down. 392, boys.
400.
Right, round up to 400.
900.
So 500 plus 400 is 900. Everybody keeping up, writing this on your paper? So now we're gonna add for real. What's 5 plus 2? 7. 2 plus 9 is 11. Now I can only put the 1, and then I'm gonna carry the other 1. So 1 plus 5 is 6, and 6 plus 3 is 9. So 917 is close, sort of close to 900. And then one more, 267 plus 196. So, boys, am I gonna round up or down? Up to 300. And then girls, am I gonna round up or down for 196? Up to 200. What's 300 plus 200? 500. And now let's add. What's 7 plus 6? 13. So we're gonna put our 3, carry our 1. You can put a little plus sign if you want, but I think that's more important when you're multiplying. Because whenever you carry a number, you have to add it. But we'll get there. 1 plus, now let's look for numbers that add to 10. 1 and 9 equal 10, right? So what's 10 plus 6? 16. That's a lot easier than adding 7 plus 9. So put your 6, carry your 1. 1 plus 2 plus 1
4.
is 4. 463.
You got the same.
Okay. Tell you what, we're gonna skip down to this story problems, and I'm gonna do those with you. Let me see. Jacob, would you read the story problem for number 15?
While searching for a sunken ship, the diver found 38 gold bars, 12 gold cups, and 45 gold coins. How many objects did he find?
Okay, so a story problem it's just a math problem, but it tells it in like a story. So let's think about what it's asking. It says, how many objects did he find? So if I said, if you went outside and you were on a scavenger hunt, you found 5 acorns and 2 maple leaves. I'd say, how many did you find?
7.
You would add them together, right? So how are we gonna solve this? Jacob?
45 plus 38 plus 12.
Very good. We're gonna add up all of our objects that he found. So the diver found 38 gold bars. So 38 plus 12 gold cups plus 45 gold coins. Okay, now this might be a little tricky to add horizontally, but they give you a blue box that you need to write this sentence in. So you need to actually write it horizontally, and then maybe over on the side, you can actually add it together. 38, 12, and 45. All right, now look, if you look at your ones place, I see something that adds to 10. 8 plus 2 equals 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then all you have to do is add a 5. So what's 10 plus 5?
15.
So put your 5, carry your 1, and now add 1 plus 3 is 4. Add a 1, that's 5, and 5 plus 4 is
9.
9. So the answer is
95.
95, but we're not done yet. We need to write, what did, 95 what?
Objects.
Objects. So you take what he asked for, says how many objects did he find? 95 objects. You need to make sure you put that label on the end. Yes.
Oh, I found a different way.
Okay.
So I know how to add like easily. So that way, all I did was do the 3 and the 4 is 7, and then that is 8. But then, well, I like to do it like horizontal. Well, not that way, but the downward.
Vertical.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I found
Right.
it like quicker, sort of.
Okay. You just have to remember if you have a number in the ones place that has 2 digits, once you add it, you have to carry the number. Who wants to read number 16? Marissa, go ahead.
On his next dive, he found 136 more gold coins. How many gold coins were found on those dives?
Okay. So he already found 45 gold coins, the first dive. You have to know that from the first question. But then he went diving again and he found 136 more gold coins. So what am I going to do to find the answer to how many he found on both dives put together? Jensen?
You would take 95, so it would be 95.
Okay, but not 95, because 95 was, that included the gold bars and the gold cups. We're only doing the gold coins.
Oh, only the gold coins.
Yeah.
Then you would do 45
Right?
plus.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can either do expanded form or standard form.
I think we'll stick with standard form.
Okay. And then you can do 136,
Right?
and then you would write an equal sign. And
Right.
then on the side, you can write it horizontally.
Right. Now, when you write it vertically, you want to start with your biggest number on the top. So 136 plus 45. Make sure you line them up so they're in the correct place values. Okay. Jensen, do you want to go ahead and add this with us?
So 6 plus 5 equals 11. We
Mm-hmm.
carry the 1
Good.
into the tens place. And then 1 plus 3, that's 4. 4 plus 4, that's 8.
Good.
And then 1 is 1.
Right.
That's
So
181.
181 is our answer. And I didn't tell you up here, I like to circle my final answer. And then what would be my label? 181, what?
Object? Gold coins?
Gold coins. Right. Very good.